And we have a liftoff. So this is why we are waiting for certain milestones, because when a stock is below certain milestones, there's nothing we can really do. It's basically zigzagging. So the milestone that we had set, this is the milestone that we had set, 234. If when Tesla is going to break 234, this is going to be a signal that we should be getting our further moves. Yeah, we have been zigzagging, having a hard time breaking 234. At some point, we thought, I'm going to be completely honest. At some point, we thought that the resistance was at 226.18. We tried it right here, September 5th. We had the break, but it was really at 234. Yes, at 226, we had caved in under 226 not too long ago in August. So yes, it made some sense that 226 was the resistance. But if we look a little bit further out, we had 234 right here. So, sometimes when two resistances are so far, so close together, it makes more sense to take the furthest one, just to be sure that we don't have what we had right here. But with a good stop loss, this can be managed. And yes, there's a little bit of a loss right here, but the gain that we are going to get, that we should be getting, is going to be much larger than that little loss. So yes, Tesla is breaking a horizontal resistance. This is meeting all of our criteria. There's always risk in the stock market. There's always risk. If World War III starts tomorrow, this is going to tank. And if Elon decides to give his car away, this is going to tank. So, not everything is for sure, but we have de-risked what we can de-risk. We are at least buying when there's better opportunity. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to see how this happened during the day. So boom, look at this. The first move, the first hour of the day, we had the break of 234, and we also had the break at 238. I mentioned, okay, we have a gap here. We have some support at 238. So, 234 is the resistance, but there's a support that was used in the past at 238. So sometimes it does not matter to finesse a little bit because, on the first hour, boom, we crossed both of them. So, yeah, and we started to cave in a little bit. So the high of the day was at 244.24. This was a strong move. Let's take a look at the rest of the market to see if yesterday's Powell decision to decrease the interest rates is going to have an impact on other stocks. My guess is yes, just by looking at the VIX. When VIX is going down, stock market is going up. VIX was climbing this week, higher, and higher, and boom, we have a big move down right here. We are down 10%. We love to see this. VIX is at 1625. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. So yeah, unsurprisingly, Dow Jones is up 1.26. S&P, wow. Look at this. I'm going to start deleting a few lines right here because we have broken the flat top that we were making. And we have broken outside of this big long-term resistance. We just broke outside of it. So this is a step change. Itself. So yes, it's only one candle. You can wait for a second candle to confirm, but that's really interesting. NASDAQ, same thing. We had a hard time this week. We have watched it every day of the week. Are we going to break this downward resistance? We could not. Boom, we have the break right here. This is a buy in NASDAQ. Just make sure that it clears the last top that we had. And unsurprisingly, it stopped right smack on that top. So let's wait until it clears it to call it a buy. Let's take a look at our important stocks. So Apple also was falling down. This was a downtrend. Boom. We had the big move, 3.71%. This one, it should go very easily to 238.17. then it will have to decide if it breaks 237.17. This is the channel that we are in right now. So yeah, we could go easily to 237.17. This is a nice, this is a nice buy in itself. We have already cleared a resistance that we had at 224. So, I would consider this a buy. A short-term buy for just the swing, and then we'll see what happens with 238. Amazon, okay, this one, close but no cigar. It still has to break that 189. AMD, boom. AMD, boom. We have the break right here. This is the small channel that we are in, and there is most likely a bigger, broader channel a little bit further. This is pretty nice. Adobe rebounding also 3% up, but still has some resistance to get over from, and it still does not have stochastic over 60. ARM, it's 1.6% higher, but it still needs to break 150.21. Google, okay, this is starting to get interesting. We have been outside of this downward channel. Now we could get stuck under a horizontal resistance, which was at 161.46. So now that we have cleared that, we are pretty much good to go up to 172. Microsoft, then nice day, but still under resistance. Meta, boom. Meta, we have the break. We have officially the break, so this is running away. It's getting close to this other resistance, so just be careful a little bit. But yeah, this is a buy too. NVIDIA, not quite. Palantir, nice day, up 1.24%. This one is really stuck at this resistance right here. So it might stay there a while, and maybe until our 21-day moving average is going to catch up to it. This is what's happening with this stock. We are breaking the 21-day, we are following it. And when we are going further away, we come back down to it, sometimes below, and we come back down. Look at this. So now we are going to come back down to it at some point. So we should not be too scared of that. SMCI, outside of the downward channel, this was not clear yesterday, but red candle, no stochastic. This is not too nice. So far, we had the close above 793. Now it's continuing higher. Yes, the candles are not super nice. Red candle, and yesterday a big wick, but what can you do? So, this is a little bit more risky because of that, but just put your stop loss in the right place and you should be okay. Let's take a look at EV stocks. So, okay, now we are having some movement. Look at this, BYD. This is a decent move. Yes, we should be having a little bit of turbulence at $32, but we could be reaching 32 soon and maybe breaking it even. Lucid, outside of the bullish channel. So this one is not yet ready. We need to let it cool down and regroup. Neo Battery Material sideways. Neo, nice day. This is beautiful. Support is 491. We were coming down for the last week, and now look at this big wick right here. So this means that we came down, tried to go higher, and then boom, we did go higher. This is what caused the wick here. So this is a bullish signal that we should be continuing higher. Novonic, nothing to say. Xpeng, it's zigzagging a lot. It's having a hard time staying above $9. So just be careful and put your stop loss a little bit further away because, it's zigzagging a lot. So you need to put it maybe below 822. It would be better because this one is zigzagging like crazy, but everything is still fine. We have great stochastic. It's above the moving average, above the downward resistance. And today it's above the horizontal resistance. So, there are many things for that one. Rivian, nothing. Nouveau Monde Graphite, nothing. Nikola Mining, we are short-term into a downward trend, and maybe we are going to break that and then break 34 cents and go another move up. Bitcoin, our downward resistance. XRP going sideways. Gold, support was right there. We had the break. And sometimes we don't need to wait for a bounce on support, we broke, we could buy right there. And then, yes, it's going to pull back a little bit, but most likely this is going to go further. So if you wait for a pullback at 1966, maybe it's never going to. And silver is in a congestion zone right there. So yeah, nice big move. Nice big move. If you enter right now, put a stop loss not too far below 234. We should go up to 265 in this first run. And then we are going to reassess what is happening when it reaches 265. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.